Today, I'm here to talk to you about one of my personal heroes and a man of true character. Now, I want you to picture someone with character in your mind, someone in your life. Maybe it's just someone you've heard of. And I want you to do this. Picture that person. Maybe a parent, a religious leader, just somebody you've heard of. They've got qualities about them that make them that way. They've done something that's making them just have that character. Well, the person I think of is Theodore Roosevelt. He was our 26th president, and he was amazing as far as character goes. Now, he didn't start out as just, walk in being president. He started out as a war veteran. He was appointed Secretary of the Navy in 1897. There, he did a lot for the country. He started changing the way the Navy was used. He used it as a foreign element. When the head guy would go away, he would make things happen. He would recruit people. He would get things going. He would get more equipment for the guys. And later on, the Spanish-American War started in April of 1898. And in that war, he wanted on the front lines. He didn't want to be sitting at home. He wanted to get out there. So they gave him the opportunity to lead his own platoon. But he was very humble. He said, no, I'm not sure how. So he was given second in command of the Rough Riders. They trained and went to war. And when he went to Cuba, he became very popular. He was beloved by his men. Because normally, under gunfire, your mind's going everywhere. You're scared, gunfire everywhere. But Ted was calm. He didn't care if he lived or died. He just wanted to do the right thing. He wanted to do it right. So the men loved him. And one of his most famous battles, it was at Kettle Hill and San Juan Hill. He would ride his horse back and forth between gunfire, ordering his men to move up. And finally, his horse got tired. And he hopped off and told the men to charge. And he charged their trenches, got in their trenches, looked behind him. Nobody was there. He was the only one that charged their trench. So he ran back, yelled at them, got them mad, charged again, and ended up winning the war. And because of that battle, he should have got the Medal of Honor right at the end, but he did later get it from President Clinton. And after that, he became the youngest president to assume office in fall of 1900. And he didn't get elected. He was appointed due to President McKinley's death. But, thank goodness he did. But he was a man of action while he was under office. He didn't sit around, he didn't do things. He did things, and he was very diplomatic with other countries. He negotiated with them. He got us going in foreign affairs real well. He mediated the Russian-Japanese War, which meant, he eventually did really good over there, and they got the Nobel Peace Prize for that. The only president in office to get the Nobel Peace Prize. He constructed the Panama Canal. He knew that the economy needed a boost, and he did that, and that really helps the economy even nowadays. It was a big sacrifice, but it helped. He established the Roosevelt Corollary, which meant the Monroe Doctrine stated that we would no more settlement over here, but the Roosevelt Corollary, he wanted to help countries already over here that needed it economically. He knew the value of it. And he began the saying of speak softly but carry a big stick. And what this meant was he wanted to have a good military. He wanted to have that military ready, a good, strong Navy. He wanted to be intimidating, but he didn't want war. He just wanted to be able to say, well, we don't want this, but if we do, then you're going to have to deal with our army. You don't want that. All right. Now, as far as domestic affair goes, he was a trust buster. He established so much legislation over here that helped get rid of monopolies. It really helped our economy. A lot of that legislation is still in act today. He really supported the American workforce, and he was all for the expansion of meat, drugs, and other substances. He helped establish the FDA. He really needed that. And as president, he liked experimenting. He was the first to fly in an airplane, first to ride an automobile, first to be in a submarine and visit a foreign country. He was a visionary. He shaped the way that modern presidents do things, really. And one of my favorite things that he did, has anyone ever been to Yellowstone National Park? No? Many state parks, national parks, they're awesome. I mean, I love going to state parks. I like nature. It was because of Teddy Roosevelt that we have these things. He was the first conservationist. He was a student of nature growing up. He had asthma when he was a kid, but he looked at it in the face and said, I'm going to conquer you. And he went out there and he was a student of nature. He learned about it. He went out there, he loved it. And he helped establish the Antiquities Act, which gives us the right to make national parks, which is really awesome. He was just a symbol of conservation. And old teddy bears, that's a name after Teddy Roosevelt, because he found a baby bear and raised it, so he started selling teddy bears. But in conclusion, his actions speak for his character. He did so many great things for us, and he did them the way they need to be done. I think we need a president like him today. That's all I got to say.